Hey, what's going on, guys? So first we're gonna talk about our stance, and then we're gonna get into some functional movement as DBs. Um, the most important thing I want you guys to do when you're in your stance is to be comfortable. But there are some base principles and fundamentals that you wanna have when you're in your stance. So first thing we talk about having you want to be shoulder width apart. You want to stagger your feet. Now my rule of thumb is you want the tip of your toe to be almost inside of the curve of your foot. And you want to have a base. You want to have a solid shoulder width base. Then you want to stagger your foot. You want to be chest over knees, knees over toes in your stance. So we're gonna start right here. Get chest over knees, knees over toes. So that's the first thing we want to do. We want to get really comfortable. We're gonna start off with our just a basic back pedal. And one of the important things you want to do in this back pedal, you want to make sure you're getting good arm movement. Some guys like to go like the train or the miners, you go up and down. Some guys like to go here. Whatever you like to do, whatever you're most comfortable with, that's fine. Now, as far as when we're pedaling, you want to make it sound like a train, like when you're in your pedal. So if I'm here, you want to be here. Notice when I'm in my pedal, like I said, my feet are staggered. I'm here. When I'm in my pedal, I'm here. You want to be nice and smooth. So the first time you do the pedal, we're going to do what's called a volume back pedal. And in a volume back pedal, you want to start off slow, and then you want to speed up your pedal. So a volume back pedal starts like this. You start slow, 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 and you speed it up as you gradually get into that back pedal. You want to do like 4 of those in your volume back pedal. And then you just want to get to a regular natural back pedal where you start off at game speed in your back pedal. So you want to get back in your staggered stance, and then you want to get straight to game speed pedal. Right away, get straight to game speed pedal. You want to take each one of those pedals probably about 10 yards and 4 reps of the game speed pedal. Now, after you've done the game speed pedal, then we want to work on a pedal and a weave. Imagine this, there's a line to the right side of me. I'm gonna start here, and all I'm gonna do is just here. Boom, 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 boom. You wanna go all the way, if you're on a football field, start on the sideline and go all the way left, right to the hashes. Now what's important when you're weaving in that back pedal is keeping your shoulders square. So if I'm pedaling, I wanna be able to keep my shoulders square in that pedal, all right? And how you're able to change direction in that pedal is step and replace. So if you watch my feet in this back pedal, I'm pedaling here, then I'm gonna step and replace, step, replace. So if I'm in that pedal, I'm step, replace, and it allows me to continue to get depth while also working laterally. And that's super important as a DB when you wanna work laterally, because you wanna be able to maintain leverage but also keep your shoulders square so you could drive left and drive right. And now that we've done our pedals, we're gonna talk about transitioning out of our pedals. So we're gonna work on what I call a V-step and just the functions of the V-step before we actually put it into action. So what you wanna do, you start staggered again on your V-step, and all you're gonna do is you just start here, and then you give yourself a cadence, and you just hit, 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 hit. And what you're doing is you want to work the entire inside sole of your foot and insert your cleats into the grass when you're making that V-step. And you just work here. You start here, it's here. And notice I'm adding the arm action with it as well, because what we're simulating is coming out of our pedal and driving down. So if I'm in my pedal, I'm simulating coming down and driving out of our pedal. So I'm here. Nice quick V-step, and I'm just simulating, boom, coming out, driving out of our pedal and having a really good arm action so we can build momentum and change direction. There are 3 progressions in working on our V-step. So the first one is the stationary one we just talked about. Just a quick jab. Maybe you want to get 10 on each leg, 10 on the right leg, 10 on the left leg, just jabbing it. And then from that progression, you want to get to a roll and stick. So now you're kind of putting it into action. So you're gonna go 1, 2, stick. And you start off just at that speed. You get here is 1, 2, stick. And you just work that arm action. You reset, same thing. 1, 2, stick. 1, 2, stick. And you wanna get 10 on each leg. From that, then you get to the third progression. where now you want to get into a semi-pedal where you're pedaling, stick, and you drive forward. All right? I say you go back like 4 or 5 yards and then drive 4 or 5 yards. Those are the 3 phases of the V-step, and now you can implement it when you're coming out of your pedal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start back from our traditional pedal. We're gonna pedal, then you're gonna V-step, and you're just gonna drive down. The first few you do, let's do 4 on the right foot and 4 on the left foot, where you do it at probably like 50% speed, where you're getting to a pedal, you here, then you trigger down. Then you come back, here, trigger down. Start here again, pedal, trigger. Just at that speed, all we wanna do is just work on the function of triggering our foot and driving straight down. You wanna do that on the right foot and the left foot. Now we're gonna work on our pedal. Now we're gonna work on transitioning out of our pedal. So, first thing you're gonna do, you're gonna pedal, then you're gonna stick, drive 45 degrees down. Then you can start again, pedal, stick, 45 degrees down. Pedal, get that V-step, stick, 45 degrees down. You do 5 with the right foot and 5 with the left foot. What you really wanna do is work on transitioning. You wanna go as fast as you can in that pedal, stick. Now, after you've done that, you do 5 to the left, 5 to the right. Now you're gonna transition, now you're gonna pedal, transition 45 degrees down, and then you wanna open up into like a zone turn to be able to transition out of that step. So, same thing, pedal, stick. Then when you get to your reference point, you wanna open up and transition. So start here, you get here, pedal, stick. Once you get to your point, reference, keep the eyes down, and you wanna transition that way. A lot of what we do as DBs is about our transition. So we wanna really make sure we got a really smooth transition, really powerful transition. Again, you go 5 that way, where you pedal, start pedaling, trigger, get to your reference point, open up, and drive out. Then from this position, pedal, stick, get to this position, then you open up and drive out. That's very important with our transition. Now that we're done with that, we almost want to do the same thing, and this is more about our hip fluidity out of our pedal. So we're gonna start in our pedal. It's the same concept of driving down, but now we're driving out 45 degrees. So we're gonna start in our pedal, then we wanna get here, then we wanna get there. And that works on your hip fluidity and works on your change direction as a DB. Pay attention. When you're doing these transitions, it's very important that you fire out of the transition, meaning you give maximum effort from one action to another one. Because as a DB, whenever you change in direction, it's for a reason. So if I'm pedaling and I'm opening up this way, it's because I have to get depth here, or something's happening over here, so that I need to get to this area as fast as possible. So when I make that transition, I really want to go as hard as I can. I really want to make from one action to another action. I want to give a whole lot of energy, and I want to fire out of that action. I don't have cleats right now, so I can't give a full example, but you guys should understand what I'm saying when I say you get into your pedal and then drive out. When you get here, drive out. Really fast and really hard. That's super important as a defensive back, and that, like I said, that works on your hip fluidity and your change direction as a corner and as a safety.